that crisp autumn morning. The leaves in Maplewood were turning shades of gold and crimson, crunching underfoot like whispers of change. The air carried the scent of wood smoke from distant chimneys, mingling with the earthy aroma of harvested fields. But I barely noticed it all. My heart was pounding with a mix of grief and unexpected hope as I drove my old pickup truck back from the lawyer's office in town. I'm 68 years old. My name is Eleanor Whitaker, a widow and retired schoolteacher who'd spent her life nurturing minds and tending to our family farm. Until recently, I thought my days were winding down quietly, surrounded by the love of my daughter, Miriam, and her husband, Dale. But today, everything shifted. Clutched in my lap was a small wooden box, polished to a shine, containing a delicate gold locket engraved with tiny flowers. I stopped at the antique shop on Main Street and splurged on it nearly a quarter of my savings for my granddaughter-to-be. Miriam had announced her pregnancy just 3 months ago, and it lit a fire in me. For her sake, I'd overlooked Dale's laziness, his endless schemes for quick riches, and Miriam's growing distance, her sharp words when I suggested they help more around the farm. But this locket wasn't the source of my elation. No, that came from the envelope in my glove compartment, the deed to my late husband's hidden assets. My husband, Harlan, had passed 2 years ago from a sudden heart attack, leaving me the 200-acre farm we'd built together. We'd argued in his final years he'd grown secretive, investing in stocks and land without telling me. I thought it was all gone, swallowed by medical bills. But this morning, at the office of Harlan's old friend and attorney, Mr. Theodore Grant, I'd learned the truth. Eleanor, Theo had said, adjusting his bifocals, Harlan left a trust. Undeveloped land in the hills prime for development and a portfolio worth millions. It's all yours, no strings attached. He wanted you secure. I could hardly breathe. Millions. The farm was struggling droughts, rising costs, but this changed everything. I imagined fixing the barn, buying new equipment, maybe even gifting Miriam and Dale a plot to build their dream home. Dale always complained about the cramped guest house they lived in on the property. Miriam whined about the isolation, how it wasn't fit for raising a child. Now, I could be the hero, the grandmother who made their lives magical. As I pulled up the gravel driveway to the farmhouse, a sturdy 2-story with wraparound porch and faded blue shutters, I heard voices drifting from the open kitchen window. Laughter, Miriam's light trill, and Dale's booming guffaw. My spirits lifted. Perfect timing for good news. I grabbed the locket box and crept closer, planning to surprise them. But a word stopped me cold: gullible. I pressed against the ivy-covered wall, peeking through the lace curtains. Miriam stood by the sink, her back to me, wearing a loose maternity dress I'd sewn for her. But she was fumbling with something under a zipper. With a sigh, she pulled off a padded belly, realistic as could be, complete with straps and foam curves. She tossed it onto the counter like yesterday's trash. God, this thing is itchy, she groaned, stretching her flat-toned midriff. Pass the wine, babe. Dale, lounging at the table with a beer, chuckled without surprise. Hang in there, Mir. Mom's hooked. You see how she's fussing. Miriam, honey, eat your veggies for the baby. Priceless. They erupted in laughter, sharp and mocking. My blood turned to ice. She's such a gullible old cow, Miriam said, pouring red wine into a glass. 1 more month of this act, and she hand over the farm deed. I told her yesterday the baby needs fresh air, that this drafty old place is toxic. She teared up hook, line, and sinker. Dale leaned back, scratching his stubbled chin. And once it's ours, sell it to those developers, sniffing around. Pocket the cash, ditch the old bat in a home. She think it's for her own good. The locket box slipped from my fingers, thudding softly on the grass. Something inside me shattered not with tears, but with a cold, crystalline clarity. They weren't family, they were vultures. I'd given them everything. A home, money for Dale's failed inventions, endless patience. And this, faking a pregnancy to steal my life. Rage simmered, but I swallowed it. A teacher knows. Knowledge is power. Revenge requires strategy. I retrieved the box, hid it in my purse, and instead bought a bottle of Dale's favorite scotch from the corner store. Composing myself, I entered through the front door, rustling inside quick footsteps, a soft thump. "Mom's home," Dale hissed. I waited a beat, then pushed open the door with my brightest smile. "Darlings, I have news." Miriam was back on the couch, belly strapped on, looking pale and weary. Dale hovered protectively. "Quiet, Mom," he said. "Mir's not feeling well, morning sickness." "Oh, forgive me." I set the scotch on the table with a clink. "But this calls for celebration." Dale eyed the bottle, splurging. "Huh, what's up?" I sat opposite them, spine straight. "I saw Theo Grant today. Harlan left more than we knew, land in the hills. Investments, millions, deers enough to change everything." Their eyes lit up like predators spotting prey. Miriam forgot her sickness, leaning forward. "Seriously?" "Yes," I said slowly, watching greed bloom. "But there's a catch. Harlan was traditional wanted, the family line secured. The trust activates only upon the birth of a grandchild. A boy, preferably, with DNA proof." Miriam blanched, but Dale recovered quickly. "Perfect timing. Mir's due soon. We'll get it all." The trap was set. They couldn't confess now, not with millions dangling. I smiled wider. "Yes, for our heir. Let's celebrate." That night, as I sliced apples in the kitchen, their whispers filtered through. "DNA. We need a plan, fake a birth, buy a certificate." Greed chained them. Good. The next weeks became their torment, wrapped in my loving care. I started with diet. "No junk," I declared, confiscating Dale's chips. "For the baby's brain, organic only." I cooked bland, nutrient-packed meals, kale smoothies, unsalted oats, boiled veggies. The farm's kitchen reeked of steamed greens. Miriam gagged over her plate. "Mom, I can't." Nausea. "Eat up, dear," I insisted, spoon in hand. Harlan's trust demands health reports. Weak baby. No inheritance. She choked it down, green-faced. Dale grumbled, but I turned on him. "Your sales job takes too much time. Quit, be here for Miriam. I'll cover expenses from savings." Lazy Dale quit eagerly. Now dependent, they begged for pocket money. "Cigarettes, receipt, please, for the attorney." I smothered them. No outings, epidemics, endless baby prep chores. Dale read pregnancy books aloud. Miriam endured massages. Hatred simmered in their eyes, but millions kept them leashed. Then, the measurements. I arrived with fabric, bolts, wool, cotton. "I'll knit the layette myself, no toxins." Miriam tensed. "Why measure? Onesies are loose." "For growth," I said, tape in hand. I pinned fabric to her belly, accidentally pricking her thigh. She yelped. "Oops, old hands." Pressing the foam, I whispered, so still today, not kicking. Panic. "He's sleeping," but whispers later, "She suspects." "We need a real baby apt. Borrow anything." Chills ran through me. "Monsters," I escalated. "Your clinic's subpar." I arranged a home visit from Dr. Elias Granthio's brother, top obstetrician. Miriam freaked. "No. Migraine. Required for the trust," I insisted. Theo, playing Dr. Elias, arrived sternly. He checked records. Hysterectomy, 5 years ago. Explain this pregnancy. Miriam babbled. Error. Stolen identity. Theo left doubting. They plotted. Fake a miscarriage, get the farm instead. Morning. City stress is killing me. We need a wellness retreat, $25,000. I agreed, writing a fake check to a psych ward. They raged, mocking us. I pulled a photo Miriam pregnant years ago with an ex, from old court files Theo dug up. Where's that child? Another scam. Dale doubted, Miriam denied. Tension peaked. They demanded the farm deed. Sign it or lose the grandchild. Fine, I said. But buy it, sell your stuff. Prove commitment. Dale sold his truck, gadgets, heirlooms, for $18,000. I burned it, swapped with fakes in the fireplace. He howled. Miriam called police. She's violent, threatening the baby. Cops arrived. I accidentally popped her inflatable belly with a knitting needle. Deflation spectacle cops, stunned. Post-chaos. I revealed debts, fake waiver. Inheritance, bankrupt. You chased nothing. They broke. Movers ejected them. Miriam fled. Dale begged. Nowhere to go. Freedom's your gift, I said, slamming the door. A week later, with Theo. No debts, $80 million real. I kept most, donated some. Cruise to Alaska booked. I'm Eleanor Whitaker, 68, empowered. Life blooms anew. And so ends Eleanor's tale of betrayal turned triumph. Was she too harsh, cutting off her blood? Or did she forge a man from a boy? Share below, what would you do? Like, subscribe, comment your city.